The quality of the air we breathe is often taken for granted, but here at the American Lung Association, they're working hard for cleaner air and a healthier Maine.
The American Lung Association here in Maine is located in Augusta, and we are a nonprofit organization that is looking to fight lung disease here in the Northeast and also to really educate people about how they can improve their lung health.
The American Lung Association is the oldest volunteer health organization in Maine and actually in the country. We've been around in Maine since 1911, and it's a proud tradition, and we've had a number of different areas of focus over those years, and obviously that's changed in over 100 years, but we've really had a proud tradition of dealing with the most important health effects that deal with respiratory health and with breathing. And so we were formed at the turn of the century to deal with the major killer. That's tuberculosis at that time, and it was a major killer with no known solution to it. Ultimately, we beat that disease. It's still around to some degree, but it's not something that people worry about. Really, our next 50 years of existence was spent and continues to be spent fighting tobacco.
The American Lung Association offers support to help smokers quit for good.
It was an online freedom from smoking program, and people can go to our website and sign up for that program. We've had a lot of success in the state. Been one of the most successful states in the country in reducing smoking rates. Maine has made tremendous efforts. You really have to go a long distance to try to find a place where you can smoke inside in the state of Maine. There's not very many places, and we've been nationally recognized for our work there. Fortunately, we're one of the few states in the country that ban smoking in cars when children are present, and we just think that's a no-brainer. That should be just common sense, but unfortunately it isn't, and Maine was one of the first states in the country to address that. But we've learned a sad lesson that if we don't pay attention to tobacco, the industry has not gone away. It's developed new products, and it'll be coming back, and it will continue to addict people, so we can't let our guard down.
Their premier fundraiser is the Trek Across Maine, a 3-day, 180-mile bike ride across the state.
The Trek Across Maine is an amazing event. It's the largest fundraiser that any American Lung Association chapter has in the country. It's almost a $2 million operation. It's been going on for over 25 years.
Every individual has to raise a minimum of $500, and a lot of people raise more than that. I think our average pledge is probably around $800. And the money raised really goes towards research and education and legislation.
The money that they're raising to support our mission will not only impact their personal health, but their friends, their family, everyone in the state of Maine is going to benefit from the work that the Lung Association is doing.
I think there's a variety of reasons why people trek. Either it's on their bucket list, they want to turn their life around and become healthier, they want to lose some weight. They have a medical condition themselves. They might have asthma or have a family member who has asthma or COPD. They might be cycling in memory or in honor of a loved one who has a lung disease. And some of them just ride because it's a lot of fun.
Anybody can ride the Trek. We encourage all ages, all physical abilities, really anybody that has a passion for it or a desire to go out there and challenge themselves. With the right training and the right attitude, really anybody can participate.
We need 750 volunteers. They're critical for the Trek to actually take place.
I would say one of the most touching stories came from a couple of years ago, and we heard about it after the trek, and it was a first-year trekker. She'd never ridden before, and she came to one of the large hills that we have on day one of the trek and really just didn't feel like she was going to be able to make it up. She got halfway up the hill, she was tired and ready to get off her bike and just walk it, and all of a sudden another woman rode up beside her and started just talking to her and coaching her through and telling her she could do it. And it turned out the woman that was actually coaching her up the hill was battling cancer, and she had just had a chemotherapy treatment the week before. And she was basically just sharing her story with this woman and telling her, if I can do it, you can do it, and my son is riding with me. And it really just pushed the woman who was struggling to make it up the hill. And we just thought that was so inspiring, that trekkers are all there to really help each other through, and they know that they're working towards a common goal.
I like to say it's way more than a bike ride. This is an event that certainly raises money for us, but it's a great example of what we're all about in terms of non-polluting recreation, cycling. A lot of these folks are involved with the Lung Association year-round as advocates. When we need people to work with us on legislation and on public policy work, they're right there for us. These folks are there for the mission as well as for the ride.
Want to know more about the American Lung Association? Log on to their website. It's lungNE.org, or there's a link on myfoxmaine.com.